Hey guys, I'm reviewing a face palette from Sephora Collection for you guys today. So if you didn't know, Sephora Collection is Sephora's in-house brand. So usually the products have really good value for money, but I think you'll have to investigate a little further about the quality because sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So I would say it's a fairly consistent brand, but there are like definite misses in Sephora Collection. So yeah. As always, this is very good value for money as well. You get like 6 products. At the back, you can see this is actually the layout of the palette inside. So you get 2 products here and 2 products here and then 2 larger pans. So there are 6 products and this is retails for $28. As I said, really good for value for money. And this is what the actual palette looks like. So yeah. Actually, the smaller pans are all highlighters, and this is a blush and this is a bronzer. So let me quickly show you the box. I just jumped right into the actual product. This is the box, and the name of the product is called Snow Glow. I think this Sephora's Collection's theme for this year is the snow falling, because I reviewed a blush palette and also had a very similar theme going on. It had like this rose gold packaging and a little bit of snow falling, and this is also very similar to that. You see houses and snow falling, and then like I think the road or hill covered with snow. And yeah, and this palette is made in China. In the back of the box you have like the list of ingredients, and it says that transform any look this holiday season with this face palette of blush, bronzer, luminizers, and transforming coats. What they mean by the transforming coats is they are those holographic kind of iridescent kind of highlighters. You know, the colorful ones, the green. I think the one here is blue and green. So those are the 2 like transforming topper kind of products. And the other 2 is, as you can see, this is like the general layout of the palette. The packaging of the actual product is also the same as the box, exactly the same. And let me tell you how much you get actually. I think the smaller pans you get, in the smaller pans you get these 4 pans. It's 3.29 grams. That's 0.11 ounce of product. And then in the larger pans, which is the blush and the bronzer, these 2 you get 5.53 grams. I would say 5.53 grams is it would qualify as like a full size product. So 5.53 these 2, and these smaller 4 pans that you get is 3.29, which I would say is like a mini size. 3 grams is definitely on the smaller side when it comes to quantity. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Let's get on the swatches and I'll tell you guys how it performed. Now the palette comes with a mirror. It's not like the size of the palette itself. It's definitely smaller. It's probably less this big, but I would say it's definitely sufficient. I could see my entire face with it, so I don't think that's actually a problem. Let's get in the swatches, guy. I do have my brush, my e.l.f. highlighting brush with me to just give you just an idea how it like looks when it's diffused into the skin. Now let's get into this. This is like a gold highlighter. All of them are powder products, by the way. This is, as you can see, it is a gold highlight. It definitely looks gold. It's not like very white gold. And that is the gold highlighter with just one layer, and when you layer it, it definitely amps up. So yeah, so let's get into this one, which is a pale pink. Actually, it's definitely frosty and white based. And let me get my makeup remover. And I feel this the shade definitely leaves a white cast on dark skin. It's not like this color is like impossible to wear if you have dark skin. It's not like it's going to leave a streak of white with just one layer, and that is the pink shade. You can definitely see it's pink. but it's definitely on the frosty side. It's definitely reflective, as you can see. Both the shades are very reflective. Now the pink shade, as you can see, has a very frosty white base to it, so just one layer is not going to leave like a line of white, you know, on your cheeks. But if you layer it, it definitely leaves a distinct white cast. So I don't think that it's like impossible to wear this pink highlighter if you have dark skin. You can definitely wear it, but just one layer and you should just be finished with it. But at the same time, I feel since it is so, this is just one layer, guys, just one. I just dipped in slightly, and this is how reflective it gets. So honestly, I don't think you even need to build it up all that much. These are definitely reflective highlighters. So this is the green highlighter. Now these two are definitely I wouldn't say they are crazy intense, but they are reflective. I would say they are like medium metallic highlighters. But the green and the blue, I haven't swatched the blue yet, but I'm telling you guys before that. The green and blue are definitely even more reflective, guys. They are quite reflective. You don't need that much at all. They are very reflective. So that is a green highlight. It definitely looks green on my skin tone. It's not like a gold green or something like, it's not like a wearable gold green kind of a green. It's like straight up green, as you can see. And then this is a purple highlight. Actually, I'm sorry, I said it was like a blue, right? It's a purple. I'm sorry, guys. I just got it confused with something else. It is a purple highlighter, and yeah, it is again just a little bit, guys. I just dipped in. That's why you have product only here. I just slightly dipped in, that's it. And do you see how reflective it is? Just brush the brush on top of the product on the pan. So yeah, that is the product, guys. Those are the 4 highlighters you get. 2 traditional highlighters, one gold and one pale pink, and then you have those trendy highlighters, green and the purple. And honestly, the highlighters, I feel they are quite reflective. As you saw in the swatch, my arms are not moisturized. I don't moisturize this part of the body. I just usually stick with my face, neck, and my décolletage, right? That's how it's called. So I am so lazy. I do not moisturize my arms. So these swatches, all of the swatches, eyeshadow swatches and blush swatches and eyeshadow swatches, are all on non-moisturized arms, and they're not primed, they're not moisturized, just dry arms. So these products don't have a lot to like actually adhere to. So what you see is just on literally bare skin. So if you have like more like moisturized face and something like a sticky primer, I think it would look even more intense, definitely. Now let's get into the blush and the bronzer. I feel the blush and the bronzer don't seem to be like a powder formula, to be honest. They feel like this baked. They are actually pressed firmer and they're not powdery at all. So and they're completely matte. By the way, that is a blush and that is a bronzer. Bronzer almost just literally, as you can see, just blends into my skin. You just don't see it at all. So this shade of bronzer, it's not the right shade for me. And the blush, honestly, it just did not show up on my skin tone at all, no matter how much I tried. It just did not show up on my skin tone. Now I have to also say that on my face, I do not wear any makeup base like a foundation or a concealer or any kind of a primer. So I test all of these face products on bare skin. I just wear a moisturizer, use a moisturizer and sunscreen, and just a light dusting of powder, and that's it. So maybe if you wear like foundation or a makeup base or a primer, there is a possibility that it might show up. I actually don't know at all. I'm just saying, it's just a disclaimer that I use these products on bare skin. So on bare skin, the blush and the bronzer just do not show up at all. I tried the blush I tried to build it up, it just did not show up. It didn't even show up enough to look ashy, to be honest. It just did not show up at all. But the highlighters I really like, guys. They are not powdery at all, no matter how much you dig your brush in. I'm starting to feel maybe these are not powder highlighters. Maybe it's that baked, the gel kind of highlighters, the gelée highlighters. I don't know. I think maybe they are the gelée highlighters. Because they are not powdery at all. No matter how much you dig your brush in, you just don't see any powder at all. And the metallic finish would be, I would say they're not crazy intense, like beaming from outer space kind of intense, but definitely they are reflective, and I would say they are the medium metallic kind of highlighters. And I think if you have dark skin, the pale pink would present a slight problem if you apply more than one layer, definitely, I would say, because it does leave a white cast. Now, you might think that maybe you can mix it up with any of the highlighters. To be honest, I tried doing that, but all of the highlighters are on the light side, guys, the pale side. To be honest, I think all of them have some kind of white base. I would say if you want to mix a highlighter which gives you a white base with a darker highlighter, I would say mix it with a dark highlighter in the other, like diametrically opposite kind of shade, like a very deep bronze or very like reddish copper highlighter. Otherwise, the other three highlighters are already light, so I'm assuming they also might have a white base to them, some amount of white base. So this just mixes in with the others and just it adds to the white base, and the white base gets strong. White cast gets stronger, to be honest, if you mix it in with the other highlighters. So I'd suggest, if you have dark skin, if the white cast bothers you, just apply one layer of the light pink, because I wouldn't say it's like impossible to wear if you have dark skin. Just one layer would do. More than that, I genuinely think it gives you a white cast. It leaves a white cast. But the others you can definitely use. The gold is definitely very, very versatile, and as you can see, you have that tinge of yellow in it. So it's definitely a good gold highlighter. And yeah, as you can see, no chunky glitter. They are very finely milled. They are quite reflective, and it's not like very like super metallic, like they are definitely on the medium metallic side. If you apply more, it definitely intensifies, and I think if you apply them wet, it like intensifies further. So yeah, $28 for 4 highlighters, I think. And for good, I think the quality is really good quality highlighters. I think it's a good deal. Maybe if you are, I think for medium skin tones, the blush and the bronzer might really work. The blush doesn't work for me at all, guys. So yeah, I know it forms like a large part of the palette. The other 4 are definitely smaller sized products. These 2 are larger sized products, and the larger size don't work on my skin tone. So yeah, if that's like that is a red flag for you, I don't think this palette I don't think you might like this palette, because this is like half of the palette, right? Now that I think about it, yeah, this is like half of the palette. This in this half of the palette, one half doesn't work for me, and in this half of the palette, this half doesn't work for me. So this is just like literally half of the palette doesn't work on my skin tone. So that's something to bear in mind when you're planning to buy this palette. If you have dark skin, yeah, half of the palette doesn't work on dark skin. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Hope you guys found this video useful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and please subscribe. Bye.